Just you keep listening, because just I'm just revising. What is that revision? Hmm. Revision of sets only. Once I'll revise the sets and then go to relations. So we discussed sets. So here, especially operations on sets, operations on operations on sets is what we discussed. This operations, I'm going to revise. What is this operations? So number one is what is that A union B? A union B, this is universal set. So this is universal set. A union B means, you know, that number of elements in A or B. Number of elements in A or B. Like this we represent. This all. So A union B means part 1, part 2, part 3. I already explained this. A union B, you know very clearly. Now next, A intersection B. What is A intersection B part? A intersection B part is what? This is A and this is B. This is what is intersection. For those who don't know, Venn diagram I am showing. This much you know. A minus B, you know. What is A minus B? You know A minus B. That is, this is what is A minus B. A, this is B. A but not B. This is what is A minus B. Some people are getting confused. This is what is A minus B part, right? This is. So that means A minus B means you can represent like this, A and not B. You can represent like this, or A and B complement. A and not B means B complement. B complement means simply not B. Okay, this one you can write as from A, if you subtract A intersection B. If you subtract A intersection B, this is same. A minus B means, or this A and not B means, from A if you subtract only in A, what is mixed in A? A intersection B part mixed. In A, this is A. In A, what is mixed? Intersection part. If you remove this intersection part, this is called A minus B. So therefore, from A, if you subtract A intersection B, what you get is A minus B. That is the reason I wrote A minus B as number of elements in A minus number of elements in A intersection B. Yesterday I wrote this. So I revised. That's the reason this point. So similarly, B minus A or B and not A means also I told. What is that B and not A? Go this part. So we can write this as from B, if you subtract simply A intersection B, from B, A intersection B, intersection part, this part, if you subtract, what you get is B minus A. B minus A is nothing but B intersection and not A. You can write like this also, B and not A also you can write. You can also write B minus A intersection B. These all same. So that means number of elements in B minus A is nothing but number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B. This also yesterday we discussed. And next, fourth one, what we discussed is A delta B. A delta B, I told what is A delta B, you can write two. One is A minus B part union B minus A part. Now I told no A minus B, I told what is A minus B, this part. A minus B part I told now, right? This is what is A minus B part, this is A, this is B. A minus B is this one and B minus A is this one. Okay, right? Now A minus B union B minus A. Right, this is symmetric difference of A and B we call. And this also you can write from A union B. If you subtract A intersection B, then what you get is this one. From A union B, this intersection part you are subtracting, that's it. Therefore, N of A delta B, you can write as N of A union B, number of elements in A union B, minus number of elements in A intersection B. This is what. Hope you understand this much. So now here, because we have done the questions, now let's see here. One important thing I would say is at least one means, yesterday I explained A has 20 elements, right? B has 30 elements. Okay, A has 20 elements, B has 30 elements. A intersection B has 10 elements. Okay, I gave now like this. Now number of elements in at least one set, number of elements in at least one set. Number of elements in at least one means, yesterday I told you what is at least one means. A union B. When two sets are there, at least one means what, you know? At least one means two sets. Okay, That's correct. So at least one. So now at least one means exactly one, like this. Exactly one, or at least one means what? One or more. So now here this total is, this is 10. A intersection B is 10. Here this total A is 20. Here 20 minus 10 is here 10. So now you see A has 20 elements. Now B has 30 elements, out of which 20 if you write here, now here like this. So now N of A union B means at least one set, means exactly one set is 10 plus 20. 10 plus 20 means exactly one set. Both sets, two sets means 10. So answer is, therefore what is the answer? Answer is 40. At least one. That's the reason I'm writing. At least one means the number of elements in A union B. At least one means exactly one set, that is 30. Exactly number of elements present in. At least one means what? At least one. One or more. One or more. Number of elements present in exactly one set. Number of elements in present, like this. Number of elements present in A and not B is 10. Number of elements in B and not A is 20. That means number of elements present in exactly one set is 30. Number of elements present in both the sets is 10. So total is 40. So at least means that. Okay, this is what we discussed. So now let's go to next one. What is that? A union B union C. Now we are going to A union B union C. So now yesterday, this is what I discussed here. You should understand this point here. The first set and second set and third set. Okay, A, B, C, I'm writing. Now here, this part is what, this part, whatever I shaded now. Shaded part, you know what? A intersection B, that part is A intersection B. You know that shaded part is A intersection B. So now what I would say is, this part now fully darkened. This part is now for complete black part. Complete black part is what? Complete black part. This is only lines part. Now complete black part is A intersection B intersection C. Common to A, B, C is what is black. This part is completely A union B union C. This part. A union B union C is that part. Okay, now this part is what? Now dotted part. What is dotted part? Dotted part is here B intersection C. B and C and not A complement. This is what yesterday I showed you. B and C, not A. All right. So now here we'll draw another diagram I'm drawing. So another diagram I will draw. Otherwise, okay, we'll remove this only. Yeah. This one, just I'll erase so that this part, yeah, okay. This part I will erase. Here only I'll erase that part. Okay, so that we can write here only. This is C part, let's say. Now what I want is this part. I want. Hope you understand this part. What is this part? Only B. Only B. This part is only B. I write like this. This part. Only B, you are seeing this is only B. Only B means what? Exactly present in B. Only B means what? B. There is a difference between only B and B. B and not A and not C. This is what? Not A and not C. Okay. So this one, in this, you should understand. Here I wrote, that's the reason you should understand here. What is the meaning of, you should understand this. So here A is there, B is there, and C is there. Let's say. What's the meaning of part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, part 7, part 8? So this is what I told. So therefore, you should understand that. So you should understand that one. Yesterday only I explained this. Now I'll again explain. Part 1 means what? Part 1 means this part, na? This one. Part 1 means what? Now only I told. Part 1 means
A, not
A.
A, not B, not C. Not B, not C.
Don't give answer, please. You know that, Ray. Please don't give answer, because you know, just I'm revising only, na? Then I. Yeah, okay, all right. All right. So A and not B and not C. All right. So here that is part A. Now part 2. Part 2 I already explained. Part 2 is, see, part 2. What is part 2? That is only A and B. Only A and B. Only A and B. Exactly A and B. Are only A and B is part B, part 2. That is what? A intersection B and not C. This is part 2. Okay, hope you are understanding. Similarly, part 3. This is what is part 3. Already I wrote part 3. Okay. Part 4. Part 4 means what? Part 4. Part 4 means what? You know, B and C. B, part 4 is this. B and C, but not 7. That is not A. Not A. Like that. So part that is 4. And similarly, part 5. What is part 5? C. Part 5 C. Part 5 is this. From C and not A and not B, like this. So like that, 6th, 7th part, you know, this is what is 7th part is this one, 7. So 8th part, you know, 8th part also I explained what is 8th is what not. 8th part is what I explained yesterday. A union B union C complement. A union B, not A union B union C. Remaining part all. This is U. From U, if you subtract A union B union C, then what you get is 8th part. 8th means not A union B union C. This one you can write by using De Morgan's properties. You can write A complement and B complement and C complement C. That means not A, not B, and not C. Not A and not B and not C. Not A and not B and not C. So that's what is A complement and B complement, C complement. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, that's what is I thought to revise once. So okay, all right. So then we'll go to relations. So first we'll discuss relations, then we'll do some questions, relations. Then we'll discuss other questions. What is relation? So now we discuss the sets. So what is this relation? Let A and B are two sets or any two sets. Okay, any two sets. Then A cross B is set of all possible ordered pairs A comma B such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B, B belongs to B. Okay. AB are any two sets, then A cross B is defined as set of all ordered pairs A comma B such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. Is called, just I am writing, I'll explain, is called Cartesian product. Cartesian product of A and Cartesian product of A and B. Okay, just I'll explain what is this meaning. Okay, first thing is here, what is ordered pair? Ordered pair 1 comma 2 is called ordered pair of 1 and 2. So that means here 1 is called x coordinate, 2 is called y coordinate. Where did you see this one? This you have seen in coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry, this is x coordinate, this is y coordinate. If you change its order, 2 comma 1, if you write now, this meaning is changed. This is x coordinate, this is y coordinate. If you change now, reverse now, meaning is changed obviously. This 2 comma 1 is different from 1 comma 2 because this x coordinate, this is y coordinate. Ordered pair means two numbers if you put in this round bracket, then that's called ordered pair. Here order is what important, because first coordinate represents something, second coordinate represents some other thing. Therefore you cannot change the order. So now here, okay, so here now this is ordered pair. Here what I wrote is A cross B. That means it is Cartesian product of A and B is called as A cross B. So now I will tell you its meaning is that let's say A equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let's say B equal to A comma B. So now A cross B is Cartesian product of A and B. This is what set of all possible ordered pairs by taking A from first set, A from first set, then B from second set. Here you see A comma B. Here that means what you get is 1A, 1B. Like that, 1A, 1B. all possible ordered pairs means 1A, first element must be taken from A only. Second element you can take from B, like that. So 1A, 1B. Next, obviously 2A, 2B. Next, 3A, 3B. This is what is Cartesian product of A and B. Now Cartesian product of B and A is completely different because your first element you have to take from B. That is what A comma 1, A comma 2, A comma 3, B comma 1, B comma 2, B comma 3. So this is completely different. So therefore, what you say is A cross B is not equal to B cross A in general. In general, I wrote. Okay, this is what is called Cartesian product. So now already we have a question. Number of elements in A cross B, how many? Okay, number of elements in A cross B is how many? So with A, with 1, how many ordered pairs we get? 1A, 1B. Na? With 1, you get how many elements? With 1, you get 2 elements, right? With 2, how many elements you get? With 2, also you get 2. With 3, 3A, 3B. So again, 1 more 2. So here 3 times 2 you get. You understand? 3 times. That means here 1, 2, 3 elements are there. With each element 2, 2. That means this is only we call n of A into n of B. Hope you understand. Proof also I explained here. With each element, number of elements in B times you get. With 1, 2 times 2 ordered pairs. With 2, 2 ordered pairs. With 3, 3 ordered pairs. That's the definition. So here n of A cross B is n of A into n of B. N of B cross A also like that only. N of B into n of A. That means number of elements will be same, but order is different. Here 1 comma here, A comma 1. So that is like that, ordered pair. So that is now here A cross B. What is this Cartesian product of A and B? No? That is different from B cross A, I told. But number of elements in A cross B is always equal to number of elements in B cross A. Number of elements are same, but order is different. Right here, here understand that A cross B is also set, but set of what elements? Ordered pairs. This is okay, set of ordered pairs. Okay, all right. So this is a Cartesian product, and then we'll go to next. Yeah, one thing you should note is that if A cross phi is empty set, A cross phi equal to phi only, equal to phi cross A. A cross phi or phi cross phi is empty set. If you put a one empty set, ordered pairs, what you get? You will not get anything. Hope you understand this one. 2. A cross B equal to B cross A. Let us say that implies and implied, you know, A equal to B. Then only this happens. A equal to B. A cross B equal to B cross A. What does it mean? A equal to B. If A equal to B and B are equal, then A cross A, this side also A cross A only. Na? A cross A, then it will become equal. Then only it becomes equal. That is the reason in general I wrote. In general, A cross B is not equal to B cross A in general. Otherwise, if A equal to B, then both are equal. If one of the set is empty set, then also it is equal. Okay, right? So that's one. So now what is here? What is? We'll go to what is relation. What is relation? We'll discuss what is relation. Any subset. You understand? Any subset of A cross B. Any subset of A cross B. Any subset of A cross B. Okay, all right. Any subset of A cross B is called relation from A to B. Any subset of A cross B is called relation from A to B. All right. So now that means any subset of A cross B. Na? So that is, you see, any subset. Okay, I'll take one subset here. So, okay, X is subset of A cross B, right? That means here R you can write R relation is subset of A cross B. You understand? Now already you know subsets. How many subsets exist for A cross B? How many subsets exist for A cross B? You know, all those subsets are called simply relation from A to B. Relation from A to B, very simple definition. A cross B, how many subsets you get? That many relations exist from A to B. So here I wrote very clearly, relation is subset of A cross B. How do you represent a relation? Like this. Relation from A to B, how do you represent? Like this. Like this, you represent relation from A to B. R is relation from A to B, means R is subset of A cross B. Very simple. So now here you already taken, I have already taken A equal to what we have taken, 1, 2, 3 we have taken, B equal to what we have taken, A comma B we have taken. So here already I told n of A cross B, number of elements in A cross B, how many you get is 6. So now if this A cross B has 6 elements, A cross B has how many elements? 6 elements. If A cross B has 6 elements, how many subsets you get now? Number of subsets, how many you get? Number of subsets of A cross B is 2 to the power of 6. Yes or no? 2 to the power of n formula, number of subsets. If A has 6 elements, number of subsets will be 2 power 6. Here A cross B has how many elements? A cross B also set. This set has 6 elements. Then number of subsets of A cross B is 2 power 6. Okay, 2 power 6. That means 64 subsets exist. All these subsets are called what? Are all called? All these subsets are called as relations from A to B. From A to B. Relations from A to B. Now, this relation, what we can do is, now for example, I am writing some of the relations I am writing. Relation 1 I am writing. A cross B has 6 elements. I am taking from that. A cross B I am taking 1 comma 2, sorry, 1 comma A, 3 comma A I am taking. This is one relation, you know. This relation we can use, we can write in using Venn diagram, by using arrow diagram. This is A, let's take. This is, let's take, this is B. So here what are the elements? 1, 2, 3. Here what are the elements? A comma B. So here what is the relation? Like this, you can represent arrow diagram, you can represent for the relation. This is one relation. Like that, how many relations exist? 64 relations exist. What is the relations? Simply subset. Now you write some elements here. 6 elements are there. Out of 6 elements, you write 2 elements, 1 element, 2 elements, 3 elements. For example, 2 comma B I wrote. 2 comma B, like this. This is A, this is B. 1, 2, 3. This is A, B. 2 comma B, like this. This is one relation. Yes. So a few elements you write. Now one more relation I am writing R3. Some R3 I am writing. What is that? 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B. That means A cross B is subset of itself. A cross B is subset of itself. 3A, I missed 3A, I did not write. 3B only I wrote wantedly. So now this R3 is also one relation. Here this is R1. We write like this actually. This is R2. R3 I am here only I am writing R3. So what is that R3? 1A, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, not there, 3B, like this. Okay, 1B also like this. This is what is now R3. This is what is R3. So like that, 64 subsets exist. So these are all called relations from A to B. So I hope you understand relation. Relation from A to B. Relation from A to B, understand. Simply it is like this, subset of A cross B. How many subsets exist? That many relations exist from A to B. Okay, all right. So now here, two terms we are going to discuss. One is domain. Another is range. Domain and range. Domain of relation or domain of relation. Simply domain of relation means domain of relation. Okay, what is the domain of relation? What is the range of relation? Okay, domain and range. So number of elements in set of x coordinates or set of first elements in relation. Set of first elements in relation. Range is what? Set of this is set of second elements. Second elements in R means relation. In relation, So set of first elements means what? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. So but domain, now here R3 domain is what? For R3 domain is, so first coordinate, this x coordinate, y coordinate you can call. These are first coordinate, second coordinate you can call. So now set of first elements. What are the first elements? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is the domain for R3. R3 domain is this. Range. What is the range? Range is what is A comma B. Okay. For this, what is the domain? For R1. Domain of R1 I am writing here. Domain of R1. Domain of R1 is what, you know? 1, 3 only. Range of R1. Range of R1 is what, you know? Only A. Range of R1 is only A. Hope you are clear with the domain and range of what is relation, what is domain, what is I think you are clear. So